Hey, you lot, how you doing? Do you know what's quite annoying? I'll show you what's quite annoying. I've got some glow starters here. We'll have a look at them. You can't see them. I've got a load of glow starters. We'll have a look at them in a minute. I'll talk a bit about glow starters. But it's quite annoying when you know someone's trying to get into the hobby of RC. So you help them out and you sell them a car. Well, I advertised the RC. I advertised it up for sale. It's one of my old ones. Advertised it up for sale and sold it. And the bloke come round, he said he's bought it for his son. You know, they don't know nothing about RC, so I told him all about it, how to start it, you know. And I said, like, everything's there, all you got to do is go and buy some fuel and yourself a glow starter. Before I had all of these ones, I've just bought all these, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So I said, do you know anything else? Do you want any more questions or whatever? I told him all about, go down to the model shop, Active Scale Models, go down there if you got anything. If not, come back to me and I'll help you out. Alright, he said, no problem. I said, just come, don't worry, you got my phone number, give me a call, do whatever, and I'll help you, because you only live around the corner. So, anyway, I forgot about it. That was about a month ago, but it was Christmas time. Got a review today. Jason R. gave you a review, alright. Looked good, but parts missing and doesn't run. Lesson learnt. Dude, I told you, I explained to you, I said you got to go and buy a glow starter and everything. Because if I had any, I would have sold you one. But I didn't have all these ones then, mate. So, now I've got this review. And, you know, by all means, not a problem. It's not a problem, you know. If that's the way it goes, you know, give me that review. That's not a problem. It's not the review I'm annoyed about. I'm a little bit annoyed at the fact that you didn't ask for any help. You know, you didn't. That buggy was fine. It ran absolutely fine, but you didn't ask for any help. All it needed was the roto start sorted out, which I told him about. So, you know, it's just a little bit frustrating when you try your best to help people, and then all they do is go and stab you in the back. It's a little bit annoying, but you just got to be careful. You know, you got to be out for yourself a little bit. You know, sometimes you help people with good nature and goodwill, and they, you know, it sort of comes back on you. But a review on the internet, there's nothing. I don't care about that. But it's the fact that even if the internet didn't exist, and it was back in the old days where it was sort of word of mouth, and I just put that car advertised up in the local corner shop, you know, and some bloke phoned me up or whatever, and then the next thing I know, he's told everyone it didn't work. That would be the same sort of thing. But there we go. Let's have a look at these glow starters, and we'll have a look at them, and I'll tell you how to test whether a glow starter's working or it isn't. So let's have a look. Now I've got all these ones. Where are we? The two that are in here in my little toolbox. These are my usual ones. They're mine. That was already mine. This was the one I forgot first with me Savage 21, so that's out of the equation. What other one was mine? That one was already mine. Now the rest of these, this one came with the Savage 3.5 that I bought the other day. That's over here. That came with that. All these here, all of these ones, all of them, I bought them in a job lot. They come up on eBay because I was looking for a Nitro car for my mate, wasn't I? Who I've just bought that 3.5 for. I was looking for a Nitro car for him, and all of a sudden it come up job lot of glow starters, and the starting bid was 99p. So I put a bid in of £3, and I got them. All of these £3. Now that one obviously ain't going to work. I don't know what the deal is with that one, unless that's some kind of strange glow starter I've never seen before in my life. I'll never focus on it now. Other than that, I think it's missing the little thing, you know, and the spring. But it might be some sort of strange one I've never seen before, but I think it's missing that. So that ain't going to work. We'll put that out of the equation. I haven't tested these yet. I've used this one. We saw me use this one in the 3.5 video where I started up the Savage. I did put it on charge. I didn't test it before I used it, so it's good that it works. So it works. I know this one's good, but the rest of these I haven't tested yet, so I don't know whether they worked. All I've done is I've put them on charge. I've charged all of these for about 5 hours each. All of these about 5 hours, apart from this one, because it doesn't have a battery in it. There's no battery in it at all, so I'll have to try and might even get a battery for that. If not, I'll just keep it as a sort of spare one, but it looks brand new. I don't think it's ever been used before. These two are the type that you put batteries in, so I haven't put these on charge. You know, it looks like they've got a Sony battery in them, so you just put batteries in these ones. I don't know whether they're, I think these are the cheaper type ones. Anyway, so I'll get rid of that battery. So you can't charge these ones up, I don't think, unless you buy a rechargeable battery, then you might better charge them up. So these two are out of the equation for now. But what I want to talk about is to try and show you how a glow starter, you know, how you check to see if they work. So in your little toolbox, this is my little toolbox, just a small little toolbox that I carry around, have it in my backpack as I'm walking around. Got a few bits in there. Might go through what's in my toolbox at some point, do a little toolbox video if that's what you lot are after. But I've got a little tray, and in here I have a spare glow plug. There we go. It's not for any specific type, it's not for a Savage, I don't know what it's for. I just went in the shop many years ago and just picked up any old glow plug from the shelf and bought that. Because it's not to go in the engine, it's my testing glow plug, it's my tester. So what you have to do is you simply pick up whatever one you want to test to make sure that it's working, make sure it's charged up, get a focus would be nice. One of these days. You get your glow plug, get your starter, put it in the end. There we go. Just don't touch the end of it or the thread because it will burn your fingers and it does hurt. But that's glowing nicely there. Take it out, it stops. That's how you know it's working. If it's only glowing a little bit, a really faint glow, then your battery might be a little bit low. You know, but different types of glow starter might glow different, you know, higher power ones compared to lower power ones. So them two work. That one works. We're going good so far. Only £3, and I've got 3 that work so far out of £3. That's £1 each. Can we go for a fourth? Maybe we ain't gonna go for a fourth yet. Oh, it is glowing. It's a bit faint. Might need to go on charge for a little bit longer, perhaps. Either that, or it might be a lower power glow starter. That's a Protec Racing, that one. Protec Racing. Nice colour. Might have to put that one on for a little bit more of a charge. That might have been completely dead when I got it, I don't know. The next one we got is a HSP one. 1800 milliamp. HSP. So put that in there. There you go, that's glowing and all. That's a bit faint, that one. It is glowing though. I think it would start up. So there we go. And then I've got the one that come with the 3.5, the Savage, charged for 12 to 14 hours it says on it, and I haven't, have I put it on charge? I might put it on charge for a couple of hours. Oh bloody hell, there we go, that's definitely glowing, look at that. So, didn't get that one in the thing, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll say these ones are going to work, because you just have to put a battery in them, so as long as I put a charged up battery in them, they should work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fully working glow starters there for £3. Brilliant. So that's how you check to see whether your glow starter's working, and it's always handy to have more than one. I always have more than one. These are the two that I've had now for many years. We're talking when I first got the Savage 21. When was that? I keep telling you, probably about 2004, I don't know. These two. I got this other one with it. When I bought it, it come with it, but it's never been any good. It was never any good. That's why I went and bought one of these, and then my mate gave me another one. So I've got 2 of them, and I always keep them fully charged, and I always keep them. You know, I always keep 2 in the toolbox. There's always 2 in the toolbox, just in case one happens to go flat, or if one breaks. And then, you know, you've got another backup one. Yeah, there's nothing worse than going out, you know, you might travel some distance. It's even a bit inconvenient if you just walk down the park, but if you travel some distance and then you get there and you one glow starter is flat, and then you think, oh, I've got another one, but that's flat and all. If you just take one that goes flat, you're dead. You know, you sort of, you've got no chance. But another thing, look, you might think that these four even, are pretty identical. They're all made by Ripmax. You might think that those are all identical, but they're not. These ones, which are bloody old now, 1.25 volt at 1700 milliamps. Yeah, it will focus one day. And just take about 6,000 years. There we go. And this one here is the same, but then we got the two little brothers, so to speak. This is 1.25 volt at 1200, 1200. There we go. Now, they're not going to make too much of a difference. The only difference is, really, these ones, the more powerful ones, will get a bit hotter than the lower powered ones. So, you know, your little glow plug is going to get a little bit more glowier, a little bit more hotter, probably more chance of starting your car in the cold weather. I honestly don't know whether it makes a lot of difference when it comes to actually starting the engine. I really don't, because I've never had any trouble with it. But just randomly, sometimes, if it is particularly cold outside, I will pick a more powerful glow starter. Like you got this one here, 4,500 milliamp hour, 1.2 volt. You know, that's why I used this one. Well, it's not the reason. I did just pick it up, but I thought, oh, that would be a good choice. Yesterday, when I started up this Savage for the first time of owning it, and it was cold, I didn't heat the engine up with a hairdryer or anything. I thought I'll just use this higher capacity one. So, you know, I've never tried using a lower one in the cold and having a failure. Usually any one I pick and it will start no problem as long as it's charged. But, you know, it may be something to think about. It may be something that you would want to think about. Personally, I would just go ahead and I'll just go and buy the highest power one I can get anyway. You know, forget all the lower power ones, just get a bloody high power one and that'd be done with it. Or get a couple of them, get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. They're cheap as hell, man. They're cheap. Glow starters are cheap. Just go and buy as many as you can. Just stock up on them while you can, in case we have an apocalypse and everyone just dies and then you can't get any more glow starters. That, my friends, is a perfectly prime example of why you should run a failsafe. Yeah, there was the transmitter. It was off, and I was just playing around with this. As you can see, it's covered in fuel now because I had a small fire. A small fire, nothing to worry about, just a small fire. You know, I was playing around with it, I noticed when I started it up the other day, it was a bit lean, so I haven't really driven it anywhere, but I started it up. It was flooded. I flooded it, of course, and it went everywhere. And then I had a small fire, put the glow starter in, pulled it, and the fire come out the exhaust and set the carpet on fire. A little bit of fire down there, a little bit of fire down there. Then all fire went everywhere. But anyway, so I was just playing around with this, and so I turned the transmitter off, just for fun, and I left it outside running, and all of a sudden it shut off. Oh dear, because I'd left that on. You know what it's like. And it shut off. I was like, oh dear. So I got it back. It was going up, trying to go up the side of the shed. Yeah, so rang it back in here, and then you see, and it was picking up its own signal from somewhere, and then when I touched the aerial, it was going a bit crazy. So that's one of the prime reasons why you should always run a failsafe, because without that it could just do anything. There's obviously some kind of signal. There's obviously a signal going around here that's on 27145. So that's what we're running on, AM 27145. So there's obviously something transmitting that frequency along here somewhere that's interfering with that. So I just thought I'd quickly film that for you lot to try and show you what could happen if you don't have a failsafe, because that could be anywhere. That could shoot off and go in a river, a pond, a lake, could go in the road, it could do anything. Run a failsafe, dudes, if you've got older type radio gear. If you've got the 2.4 bloody gigahertz, don't worry about it. So there we go. Hopefully that helps some of you lot with the glow start thing. You know, if you've got any questions, but pretty much the glow starters are simple. It's starting a nitro engine, simple. If you want me to do a video on how to actually start a nitro engine from the very first step all the way up to getting it running, I will do. If you want me to show you how to tune them, I will do. Well, the way I do it anyway, of course, other people are going to have different ways. There's going to be all different ways people do it. I've seen some people do it on really strange ways on YouTube, on the videos, but, you know, if you want them kind of videos, then just let me know. Put a comment in the video, in the bottom of this video, and I'll do any one that you want. In fact, I might just do them anyway, but if you want them, I'll do them sooner. I'll do them soon. If not, I'll just do them whenever I get time. But if you want me to show you how to start one, or any more questions about glow starters, glow plugs, you know, should you use after run oil? That's a debatable question. A lot of people are like, you should use after run oil. Use after run oil. Well, I never have. Never, ever, ever. So, you know, never had any trouble either. But anyway, we'll go into that topic if you want it. So I'll see you on the next one, dudes. Take care. Thanks for watching.